It's been less than a week since the Arkansas football seniors ran onto the field in Fayetteville for their final times last Saturday in a 49-7 win against Tennessee. But this Saturday, the Razorbacks are preparing for another senior day of sorts as they'll head down to Little Rock for the final time this season. The Hogs will hit the road to Little Rock for the final time this season on Saturday as they look to clinch back-to-back 10-win seasons against SEC West rival Mississippi State. It will be the final time the seniors play in War Memorial Stadium, and for them, especially those from the capital city, it's going to be a must-win.
I understand what it means to our senior class, but like I said, this team's on a mission. We're not going to think about those kind of things until after the season. For right now, we understand that our goals are in front of us, but we can't accomplish them unless we win one game at a time, and that's honestly our mindset. We're not just saying that.
The football team isn't the only squad heading to Little Rock this weekend, as Mike Anderson and the men's basketball team travels to the Verizon Center to take on Houston this Friday. The Razorbacks are looking to build momentum off a huge 91-68 win last night over the Oakland Grizzlies in Bud Walton Arena, in which 6 Razorbacks scored in double digits. Junior Marshawn Powell led the Hogs with 20 points and 7 boards, and at the end of the day, both Arkansas head coach Mike Anderson and opposing Oakland coach Greg Camp was impressed with how the team performed in just its second home game.
That is a good basketball team. And I don't know how they got good, because they weren't supposed to be. And they'll tell you they're not very good. That's a good basketball team. Those guards are so athletic. At our level, we beat people because we out-athlete them. We didn't have a chance of stopping them.
I can't say enough about our guys. The ball movement, in terms of making the extra pass, the defensive intensity, the rebounding in the first half. It's like we just came out and we delivered a punch in the first half. And before you know it, you look up at halftime, we're up 28 points. But I can't say enough about the energy level. I thought our energy level was very, very good.
The women's team was also busy yesterday as they kicked off the Wednesday action with a 57-34 victory against Texas Arlington in a rare 11 a.m. tip-off at Walton Arena. Led by a double-double from Dominique Robinson, the Hogs played in front of hundreds of elementary children from the area. Head coach Tom Collin, whose team will play again this Sunday against Utah, said that while the atmosphere in the stands was exciting, he was proud of his team's performance on the floor.
I thought our effort was better in the second half. Our execution was better. Still didn't put the ball in the basket at a very high rate. Pressed a little bit, backed out of it, just because we got another game coming up. But all in all, I'm glad to get out of here. I thought our defense was good. We just got to make more shots.
It's a big weekend for cross country as the women move on from their first place finish at the South Central Regional Championships last weekend and head to the NCAA National Championships this coming Monday in Terre Haute, Indiana. Despite finishing third at the regional race, the men's side will not compete after missing out on an at-large bid to the meet. Junior Eric Fernandez, who won the SEC title and finished second at the regionals, will make the trip, however, and both head coaches say they are excited to see what their athletes can do on the national stage.
We have everything to gain and nothing to lose, and obviously we have a couple of seniors that this is going to be their final hurrah as a collegiate. They'll obviously want to take advantage of that opportunity and cash in and make it a positive memory. And then we have those freshmen that they're going to run till they can't, and they give everything they possibly can give.
Eric, ran a great race this weekend. And got himself into the meet, and he has, he wants to be an All-American, so, we're going to do everything we can to represent Arkansas and have a great performance from Eric. But he's just been a great leader for us in terms of getting the job done every single time he goes out there and runs. And it's about running out of your comfort zone. He does a great job of that.
Volleyball will finish out the weekend trying to earn a spot in the NCAA tournament, but it won't be easy. The Hogs travel to 15th-ranked Tennessee tomorrow and then to number 13 Kentucky on Sunday to try and pick up some big wins. Arkansas has won 8 of its last 11 matches in an impressive final stretch that has taken its record to 18-10 overall, but head coach Robert Paliza says that his team still needs to be hungry for more.
We've been talking about we can beat anybody in this conference. We can lose to anybody. That's the reality of the SEC. I think our players are really getting to understand that we really can beat anybody with that match against Florida. Now we need to close it out. That's the other part we need to understand. We can beat those guys, but you need to close it out. And we have two teams that are better than Florida coming up in Tennessee and Kentucky, and that's what's at hand this weekend. And we've taken one weekend at a time, one match at a time, and all we'll talk about is Tennessee and get ready for those guys. But we obviously can compete with the best. Now, the next step when you become, you get around that playground is you got to close them out to be the best. So that's our next step for us down the stretch.
That's it for this weekend's preview. For this week's edition of the Razorback Report, I'm Zach Swartz for ArkansasRazorbacks.com.